Uh-uh. $1 million. When? You. No. No, I don't believe it. Only $1 million when? You. In your savings and investments. I don't believe you. I mean, you drive a Toyota. I mean, Mercedes again. I don't believe you. No. I mean, we work at the same place. Basically went to school together, so millionaire, where do you fetch it from? I don't believe you. Anshasha. No. I'm being fried and I can feel it. I'm being fried and I can feel it. No, you're lying to me. When? $1 million. No.
I'm gonna try. Work till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream.
Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kopano Shimange and this is How I Do Things, the show where you send me your questions and I'll let you know how I would do things. Now you can take it as entertainment, use it as advice, take it, don't take it, do whatever you will with it. I'm just letting you know what I would do if I was in your shoes. Now, let me tell you something. I know several millionaires who are under the age of 40. They aren't entrepreneurs. They have normal 9-to-5s and they have been able to save up in their savings and investments, $1 million. 6 figures. 1 0 0 0 0 0 0. Right. How? How are they being able to do this? These are people that you chill with them. I can tell you now, ne? Let me tell you. Let me spill the tea for you. There are people in your surroundings, in your life, that probably have been able to save 7 figures. In the investments, it's there, it's growing, it's beautiful, it's pretty. And you don't know it. You know of someone. Whether it's your friend or somebody you go to work with or somebody you know of. You might not be friends, but you know of somebody who's done that. Under the age of 40. These people are walking around amongst us just normal, as if it's okay to just be a millionaire and drive a Polo. They are here amongst us, living normal lives. How do they do this? I got the secret for you. And today I'm gonna tell you, because it's just the ability to do one thing. Just one. And I'm gonna tell you how you can do that one thing in 5 steps. So if you have any questions that you want to send to me, head over to my Instagram at Kopano Shimange and look for this picture right here. It is in my Insta story highlights. All you have to do is go to my profile. You'll see it's a little purple square, a little circle there that says how I do things. Click on it and you'll find this picture. Reply and let me know which questions or scenarios you want me to chat about in my next video, and I'll do a video all about it. But it's a Tuesday. We're talking about that money, honey, and we're talking about how do you actually save and invest R1 million in your life. Still at a young age, you could do this over 10 years. How do you actually get to a place where you're able to bank up, stack up that amount of money? How do you get to your first 7 figures? Still working like normal people, not having to trade in Forex or Bitcoin or having to have a big business or an investment. Doing the normal things that everybody else does. How do you do that? So there is this one skill, right? This one thing that people are able to do that so many of us aren't able to do, right? And this one skill is honestly life-changing. It can take you from where you are to being a millionaire without having to look like one. You know, when we think about people who are millionaires, we are thinking dripping in gold, silver and gold and diamonds. We're thinking of a person with designer handbags, a Mercedes, you know, driving an expensive German car. That's not what a millionaire is. There are people walking amongst us all over, you know, all around us. These millionaires who are teachers and doctors and lawyers and bookkeepers and people of different PAs and Every single profession there are people who are able to accumulate R1 million. They are not entrepreneurs, they are not Bitcoin traders, they are not Forex traders, no. Ordinary human beings who are able to actually accumulate this money, and they're able to do this starting from a young age, right? Before the age of 40, they're able to actually have this money stacked up. But how? There's this one ability that they have, this one thing that they are able to do that so many other people aren't able to do. Here's the thing. Many people in our lifetimes will spend a lot of money. We'll get to the end of our lives, we'll be 65, people will have their big houses and their big cars, and they'll have their designer handbags and all of those things. But very few people, lots of people will get to that place. They'll get to that place with, driving their German cars and having the nice handbags and living in a nice house, right? A lot of people will get there. More of us are doing that. More of us black people are doing that, right? Ever since, our country has gained independence, and ever since the end of apartheid, more black people are moving up in life, and that's a good thing, okay? But there is going to be a very small percentage, very, very small percentage, tiny percentage of people who will ever have R1 million at their disposal in the bank, in their investments. Very few people will ever have an investment portfolio that will reach R1 million. Not in property, but in, money that can be close to liquid, not liquid money, but, in investments other than property. R1 million. There's going to be very few people who do that. How is somebody going to be able to do that without adding their house in there or anything like that? How? There's this one thing that you can do. One thing. One ability. And you're going to roll your eyes, you're going to be like, oh, when I say it. It is all about creating a gap. Okay? You need to create a gap. And this gap, the bigger you make this gap, the more money you will have stacked up in your investments. All right? The bigger this gap is, I'm repeating it, the bigger this gap is, the greater your stack will be. And this gap is the gap between how much you earn and how much you spend on a monthly basis. This gap, in other words, is your ability to live below your means. That sounds ugly. Nobody wants to live below their means. Ooh. But many of us live above our means. So you want to create a gap between your means and your lifestyle. Many of us are like this. This gap is all like this. It's a mess. We are earning 30,000 Rand a month, but we are living a 50,000 Rand a month life. And that's what it means to live above your means. Your means only allow for you to live a 30,000 Rand life. But because you've taken out personal loans, because you're using your credit card every single month, you are living a 50,000 Rand life. There's a problem, that thing. So you have not created a gap, but you've dug a hole for yourself. However, there are people who are living a 20,000 Rand life and they are earning 50,000 Rand. So what does that mean? They've created this gap where they have 50,000 Rand every month. They only spend 20,000 Rand a month, so that they mean they have 30,000 Rand left to save and invest. That sounds pretty amazing. We can all do that. We can actually get to that point as well when we take certain things into consideration. Now imagine this. You go from earning 10,000 Rand a month and you live a 10,000 Rand a month life. That's usually what happens. Entry-level salary, you live an entry-level life. You then start to earn 15,000 Rand a month. You stay at your 10,000 Rand life. So you've built a 5,000 Rand gap. Now you go on to earning 20,000 Rand. You decide, I'm still happy with my 10,000 Rand a month life. I'll stay there. And now you've built a 20,000 Rand, a 10,000 Rand gap. That's amazing. You go from earning 20,000 to 25,000 Rand. You look at your life, you're like, I'm still happy with my 10,000 Rand a month life. and now you've built a 15,000 Rand gap. That's what people have been doing. I've seen this happen. In my 20s, I've seen it. That people have gone and they've created the life that they want using the money that they have, and every time their money increases, they decide to stay here because they enjoy it. And this doesn't mean that you're sacrificing things. It doesn't mean that you're living a poor life. It doesn't mean that you are missing out on things. It just means that you have gotten to a place in your life, you have established a lifestyle that you are happy with. And even when you're getting a promotion, even when you're earning more money, you've decided to keep your lifestyle the same. The thing that will eat all your money, is your lifestyle. That's where all our money will go, because we will get into debt to maintain a lifestyle. We will spend more money than we have to maintain a lifestyle. It is our lifestyles that will take our money, but at the same time, it is our lifestyles that will save us money. Number one, you don't need to be an entrepreneur or a high earner in order to build that gap. All you need to do is have a vision for your life. Where do you want to go and where do you want to be in the next 10 years and then the next 20 years? This is important for you to have a long-term vision because it helps you to understand what path are you working towards in life. Having that vision and having that plan to say that I'm going to stay in this house and keep this car for 5 years, no matter how much money I earn, no matter what's happening, even if my income increases, I'm going to stay at this level of a lifestyle until I get to the 5-year, the 10-year, or the 20-year mark. Having that vision gives you the safety, the security, and the confidence to stay at a certain level of a lifestyle and keep it for 5 years, for 10 years, and for 20 years. Being able to maintain a certain level of lifestyle. Being able to say that I earn 10,000 Rand, I'm going to keep a 10,000 Rand lifestyle. And when I earn 20,000 Rand, I'm still going to keep a 10,000 Rand lifestyle. It's because of the vision that you have. If you do not have that vision for yourself, you won't be able to do it. You'll fall to peer pressure. You'll feel as though you need to maintain a life that everybody else is having. But if you have your vision, you have the confidence to say, I get up. I'm good with the life that I have now because this is the plan. It is my plan to stay with this lifestyle. Number 2, you need to have patience. This is a huge one. Often, we are just not patient enough. I want that car now. I can afford the Mercedes now. I want the Mercedes. That's what we do. We look at our affordability and we think to ourselves, I can get a loan for this. I can get my Mercedes. And we go and we get the Mercedes. Even though our plan said that we're going to keep our car for 5 years before we go and we buy the Mercedes. That is the thing that's going to alter your plans. That's the thing that's going to chow your money. That is the thing that's going to keep you from actually building the wealth you want to. Most car payments are done over 5 years, right? So at the end of the 5 years, you're done paying for your car and you can trade it in to get another one, right? If you have the vision to keep your car for 5 years, no matter how much you increase your salary, you will save that money over that time. What will happen is that not only will you increase your investments, but from the interest you're earning from your investments, you are able to save up for the balloon payment of your next car. Number 3, you need to be okay with being different. This is what usually happens in life. We start off the same place with our friends, and we kind of earn the same amount of money as our friends. But as time goes on, 2 years from now, we're all earning a little bit more money, and you'll start to see your friends starting to upgrade their lifestyles. They're starting to travel to different places. They're starting to travel more often. Instead of traveling once a year overseas, they're now traveling about 3-4 times a year because they can afford it, right? 5 years later, more children, a bigger house. They have decided that maybe I don't need 1 car, I need 2 cars. And you start to see people around you starting to upgrade their lives. But you are still maintaining this lifestyle because you're happy with it. You see, my house is still good, my car is still good. I don't need to upgrade those things. You start to feel different. Let me tell you one thing. Most people in their lifetimes will never ever see 1 million Rand. They'll never ever see an account an investment account and see that it's got 7 figures. They'll never see it. They may have a car that's worth more than R1,000,000. They may have a house that's worth more than R1,000,000, and they think that their net value or net worth is R1,000,000, but it's not. They're living in debt. They're using debt to supplement their lives. But you, because you've been focused on building that gap, you will see that 7 figures in your investment account. But you have to be okay with being different in order to do that. You have to be independently minded. Your mind needs to think independently. Don't fall to peer pressure. It's fine. Make your own decisions. Be self-assured, knowing that I don't need to, keep up with people. You don't need to keep up with anyone. Keep up with yourself and keep up with your lifestyle. Remember, you're trying to build that gap, the gap between how much you earn and how much you're saving. The bigger that gap is, the more you are stacking up. The gap means the stack is growing. Number 4 is the most irritating thing. Practically speaking, this thing is hard. I don't know how people do this thing. Practically speaking, it is the most boring activity of your life. You need to learn how to budget. It's a swear word. I think it's a swear word. I think I just swore. I think I need to beep. Every time I say budget, I think I need to just beep. It's a swear word, ne? Budgeting is nasty. But budgeting is a superpower. If you learn how to budget, what this means is that you can actively see how big your gap is. People don't realize that they're building a negative gap because of debt. Every month they're using their credit card, they have debt all over the place. And every single month they are building a negative gap. They're building a hole. But if you learn how to budget, you know that I have 30,000 Rand coming in every single month, but I'm only spending 15. Then you know that you have a 15,000 Rand gap. And the more you budget, the better you are able to see that gap, or you can see places where you need to fill in order to create that gap. Places where you can spend less money, places where maybe you even have a little bit of a budget to spoil yourself while still maintaining the gap. How these people were able to build their stacks to R1,000,000 is because they got to a point where they kept the 20,000 Rand lifestyle when they were earning 30,000 Rand. So every month, literally, I kid you not, they were investing 10,000 Rand a month. Then they increased their salary. Over your 20s and your 30s, you will have some of the biggest salary increases and the fastest career progression. So you will go from earning 10 to earning 20 to earning 30 over a 10 to 20 year period. So over that period of time, they went from saving 10,000 Rand a month to saving 15,000 Rand a month. And then they got new qualifications, and then they started to save 20,000 Rand a month. Why? Because they have a better job, because they have, a degree that they've added on top, because they have a higher salary, but they're still the same person, non-changing person, still living in the same house, and they're very satisfied with their car. If you need a new car, upgrade your car. But every single month, they've been saving 10,000 Rand a month, 20,000 Rand a month. Why? Because they are satisfied with the lifestyle they have. And they're satisfied with it because they don't care what other people have to say. So you have to do the same thing too. Even if other people think it's time for you to upgrade, even if everybody else is getting new cars and driving German cars and all of those things, you don't need to. You're happy with your car, you're happy with your house, so keep it. Increase that gap. Can you imagine investing 20,000 Rand a month? That is huge. That makes a huge difference. In a year, you are saving and investing 120,000 Rand. Oh, no, I'm lying. 240,000 Rand a year. 240,000 Rand a year. Do you want to become that person? Because I do. I really do. And I'm working towards becoming that person. I'm not going to tell you my financial situation, but boo. Ne, stek, irech. I hope that you guys enjoyed that one. Let me know what you think about this one. It was a little bit different. And I know that I'm coming at you. Yeah. Because I'm coming with the truth. It's not easy. It's not easy being good with our money. It's not easy stacking up the paper, but it is possible. And there are people who are walking around amongst us, young millionaires who've been able to stack up that paper because they are patient, because they have a vision, because they have a good relationship with a good advisor, because they have their things working out for them. So if you are thinking to yourself, you know what, Kopano, I need help with this thing. I need to actually have a vision for my life, for my finances, and maybe can you hook me up with a good advisor? Head over to my website. There's a financial button right there. If you want to get advice on where to go and what to do in terms of planning for your money, let's have a conversation. I might know a person or two who can help you out. Just have a look. All right. So head over to my website, www.kopanoshimange.com, and register on my website to get the financial resources that I have. And if you really do need somebody to help you out to figure out what's happening with your money, just pop me a message and I'll reply. Let's see how we can help each other. So until next time, beautiful people, thank you so much for watching my videos. Give it a big thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, girl, how do you get to the end of the video without subscribing? Just subscribe. It's completely free. Until next time, beautiful people, thank you so much for joining me on this Chalita Tuesday. I'm Kopano Shimange, and this is How I Do Things. Hey gorgeous, thank you so much for watching my video and thank you for getting to the end of my video. Like I said, head over to kopanoshimange.com where I have a few cool resources for you. So there are financial resources. Hey gorgeous, thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I really appreciate it and I love your support. Thank you for subscribing. If you have not subscribed, here's the button. Head over to my website, www.kopanoshimange.com. I have a number of resources there for you. One on confidence and the other one on the financial resources to help you plan for your future and how much that future is actually going to cost. So head over there, download them for free, sign up is free, and I'll send them to you. Until next time, bye.